And we are live. How are you guys doing? Vitaly Dubin is here, founder and creator of Bitcoin's Pulse Club system, where we are helping people become crypto millionaires. And I am super excited for today's daily crypto show to share with you the news and what is going on in the cryptocurrency space. You know, where are the markets and what is the future holds for Bitcoin cryptocurrency? Now, every single day something happens, and sometimes it's positive news, sometimes it's negative news. But, you know, overall, we are in a very good direction heading right now in the rest of 2018 and moving forward. So today, let's talk about Bitcoin and what is going on. And I gotta tell you guys that the price may be headed to $250,000. So let's start with the analysis of the market. We see a recovery of $333 billion of market capitalization. We see the cryptocurrencies are growing right now, 1,568. Bitcoin is $8,298. It almost reached $8,500. So it's still a very good recovery for Bitcoin since the last all-time low of $6,500, which the Pandora company said it was the ultimate low for Bitcoin. So we are on the positive trend. Ethereum is going up and Ripple is going up, and Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin and EOS and Cardano and Stellar, IOTA, all of those coins are going up. So this is really exciting. Tim Draper, he is a very famous venture capitalist that 4 years ago said that Bitcoin will reach $10,000 by 2018, actually believes that the price for Bitcoin by 2022 is going to be $250,000, guys. That is really, really exciting. And, you know, he is putting his money where his mouth is. He purchased 30,000 Bitcoin. Right back at the time, this investment should be worth at least $239 million, and people take his predictions serious, right? So Series Wind of Change at our blockchain party last night predicting Bitcoin to $250,000 by, $250,000. It is pretty crazy. So definitely hodl and take advantage of the cryptocurrency market boom until the point. Accumulate as many Bitcoin as you possibly can, and just hodl for the most part, because this is very exciting times for Bitcoin for sure. You know, Bitcoin price is hit $8,450 a little bit earlier today, and eyes on $350 billion. So the question is the bull market is back? Well, apparently it is, because, you know, the drop was partially caused, as many people believe, of the tax day of the United States in 17th of April. Now is started to subside. There's a lot of the Bitcoin was moving into the fiat in order to pay the IRS inside the United States, the Internal Revenue Service, right? So this is massive outflow for crypto to US dollars in historical estimates. And now we are passed over that, and we are recovering fast. Now, China Bitmain get approval for US Bitcoin mining operations. So they said we are going to put, 40 acres of land, which will result in more jobs for the crypto mining space. They are eyeing the country, US, for the state of Washington, right? The Chinese, to put out the cryptocurrency mining facility there, and company and rigs, right, and the equipment in order to mine there, because apparently for some energy considerations, of course, that electricity and how cheap is going to be. So this is really good as we are expanding, into the mining operation. Bitcoin is one of the largest mining operations. Now, Telegram, it's interesting to see that the Russian court bans Telegram, and this is the founder, Pavel Durov. And as you know, Telegram right now is is one of the biggest ICOs in the history of ICOs, right? They raised several $1 billion almost into this ICO, and Pavel Durov was basically refuses to give information to the government about the Telegram, right? It's a very famous app, and all they demand keys for decrypting user messages. But this is the gist of Telegram, what it is, to keep it private, to keep it secure. That's why they closed down Putin, Putin forced him to move out of Russia because he built like Facebook-like social media platform for Russians called Vkontakte, and in case you're Russian, you know about this very huge one. But they ask for information for people there, and he refused to give it. So because of that, he moved away. And the same happens with Telegram, and he refused to give information to the local government authorities. Because not everything is money, right? We have basically, he believes that privacy is not for sale and human rights should not be compromised out of fear of greed. So let's see how it's going to affect the Telegram ICO. But it's very, very interesting to see what, how Russia is suddenly gonna go on this move to ban, the Telegram. It's crazy. And now in Chile, there's like real war going on in the country when it comes to the banking systems. Now, banking system and banks that are working with cryptocurrency exchanges, 3 of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in Chile are facing issues right now because they closed their bank accounts and they're appealing to the Supreme Courts. And this is something that probably not a good idea for the Chile government to really allow the banking system to close their banking accounts for the crypto exchanges, because how they will be able to regulate? They'll just, even if they shut down the exchanges, the cryptocurrency will continue in Chile, right? Or for any other country for that matter. They just have no idea of what is going on. It's going to be under the radar, right? So the thing is, we need to realize that Bitcoin is a new technology, right? It's a revolutionary technology, and it's still working on an old infrastructure of our current financial systems, right? So in order to really embrace this fully, this technology, which is the future of currencies and where we're going, and like it still need to be working with the old infrastructure as we are transitioning. It's kind of like cars. When first cars appeared, it's not like all of a sudden, you had this huge show about the car, because there was no roads. And there was all dirty, muddy roads of horses, and they had to make those cars work on those muddy roads. And it took time until we built a new infrastructure for cars. The same thing is happening with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. It's a new technology and needs a new infrastructure to be built until we completely move out of the banking system, which I don't see it happening very soon. As you know, it's the banking systems take the last thing that they can control, the money supply, is basically what has been taken from them, and they're not going to give up that quickly on all of those positions and all of those banking things, right? But it is definitely a direction that we are moving into, and it's going to be interesting to watch this whole dynamic of how people use crypto versus the banking systems. Lithuania is another country that accepts Bitcoin cryptocurrencies, and they're in the process of start discussion and regulation with crypto businesses, commercial banks, and they're pro crypto, and they have attracted 10% of ICO investments last year, and they're pretty much embracing the technology, publishing articles about it, and this they're a good country. They're leading the way. Now, you don't know probably about that, but Bitcoin has now forked almost 70 times. And what's interesting about that is the first Bitcoin came on, and the first Bitcoin fork was Bitcoin Cash. And this still holds value right now. It's $735 about that Bitcoin Cash. But all the other Bitcoin forks like Bitcoin Gold, Bitcore, Bitcoin Private, Bitcoin Diamond, Super Bitcoin, all of those forks, they are not worth that much. And people realize that it's not worth really risking their Bitcoin, tying it into a new Bitcoin fork, just in order to get a really tiny, slight percentage of what the Bitcoin actually is, right? So all of those other Bitcoin forks has been proven not huge successes, right? Apart from Bitcoin Cash. So, and all the other altcoins, like for example, Ethereum forks, Litecoin forks, there are 6 Monero forks, all of those forks, right? Not everybody are tradable. Out of the 70 Bitcoin forks, only 10 are tradable. And it's funny that forkdrop.io has resources and guides on basically claiming on how to do those forks, right? And still, I think, yeah, ForkGen has tools on how to do the hard work for you in generating the forks, but it's not really worth it. Bitcoin will continue to be different because unlike centralized coins, it's market-driven, immutable, and unseizable. These happen to be the properties of a great store of value, and this gives Bitcoin a utility that no other token has, okay? So with that being said, you know, I don't really see that those forks are going to continue down the road just like that, and forking more and more. Bitcoin will prevail as the main Bitcoin, and all those other forks is a joke. Now there's a new Bitcoin miner that is going out called Dragon Mint T1, and it doesn't make S9 obsolete, right? So this new company is announcing on November 2017 that it will be distributing this Dragon's Mint devices in 2018. And this miner will be the most efficient machine on the market. So we are moving in this direction of you know, improving the mining machines that can produce more terahash per second. The difficulty is getting bigger and bigger. So more efficient, 30% more efficient than the S9 machines. So, you know, all this equipment into mining is evolving as well. So that's a very good thing. Okay. This was the Bitmain Technologies manufactured anti-miner S9. This is how it looks like. And don't try to mine it home because it's really, really noisy, and you gotta connect it to the pool if you want to do any mining. But, you know, it's until you return any mining, you know, for the equipment that you paid, it's going to take a while to get the return. So there's better ways to profit, in my opinion, right, than to buy those equipment. But if you are, you know, if you purchase a lot of those and you connect to the right pools, maybe it's a good idea. You know, it's something that I have never explored really. So those are the main news of what's happening to Bitcoin cryptocurrency space. Overall, very exciting times. And hodl, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. We are on the move, and learn how to take advantage of cryptocurrencies to become rich. Learn how to trade it, how to mine it, learn how to really be a smart participant in this whole Bitcoin and cryptocurrency ecosystem, and you'll prosper. Okay. So those are the news for today, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for a Crypto Daily Show.